Welcome everyone to a playthrough of Aeons End. It's one of my favorite games. I have a ton of it and looking forward to playing this for you guys today. I want to say thanks to everybody that subscribed to the channel and watching all of the videos and putting the likes on the videos. Really helps us out a lot. Just wanted to say thanks for that. So let's go ahead and dive on in. Today we will be playing against the Knight of Shackles. He has his own little breach board. He's going to be trying to open his own breaches. If he gets all four open, he wins. That's on top of, just taking us out as normal. That's going to be our market. We have 3 gems. We have 2 relics. One's going to give us life, or one's going to give Gravehold life. One's going to give us 3 life if we get rid of them. Those will both be very helpful. We have 4 spells of varying costs. These were all selected via randomizers. These were not hand selected. And then we are going to be using Kadir and Lash today as our mages. I've never played Lash before the practice runs of this. Really enjoying this mage so far. Looking forward to seeing how he continues to work out for me. So as we play, I will kind of show you closer on the market cards and the mages that we're using. Give you a little more in-depth look at those. Just trying to get everything started. Again, this isn't going to be a how to play. There's plenty of them out there. I'll kind of explain what we're doing as we go, and that's about it. I got this card here. I'll put that on the clutch cam. Maybe that will help some people out a little bit. We'll throw that up there first couple turns. There's a player turn, and then that's going to be the nemesis turn. And again, I'll talk through things as usual as we kind of do it. Give this turn order deck real quick shuffle. This turn order deck is what determines who goes and when. This isn't 1, 2, and then the bad guy, or the bad guy and then us. There's 2 cards for each mage and 2 cards for the nemesis in this deck. And as they're drawn, it will determine who goes. So let's see. First turn order card is going to be 2, which is going to be the second mage here. Sorry, I don't have the number tokens on them. I just never use them personally. So number 2 is going to be Lash. First thing he would do is cast out of his breaches if he had any spells up there. Currently doesn't. What makes Lash special is when he fills this up for his ability, he can shuffle any player's turn order card into the turn order deck. That player will suffer 1 damage, but basically will get an extra turn for the round. And then he has this card. This card, called the Quartz Shard, will reveal the top card of the turn order deck. You may place that card on the bottom or the top of the turn order deck. If revealed a player turn order card, you gain an additional Aether. So kind of let you manipulate that turn order deck that we just talked about a little bit, plus give you a little extra Aether. So that's kind of cool. If you haven't noticed, my voice is a little messed up. I'm a little under the weather. Just trying to get these playthroughs done. One, I like doing it, and 2, I want to get them on the channel for you guys, so you guys know that you can expect videos on certain days, like Wednesday and Sunday. If I sound funny, that is why. So, all right. Our turn, first thing we're going to do is we're going to load up this spark into that breach so we can cast it next time it comes up on our turn. We're going to do that special card. We'll look at the turn order deck. It's him. We don't want to go 2 times in a row, I don't think, so we're going to put our card at the bottom of the deck. And then now we're going to have 2 from this card because it was a player card. And then 3 crystals. So we have 5 Aether to deal with. And we can just go for a spell right now. And I think we're gonna go for Scorch. This thing is really strong, in my opinion. So we'll take a look at that. It'll deal 4 damage And if it takes out a minion from the Nemesis deck, any ally gets 2 charges. That's quite a bit. So we're going to take that. We're going to put that in our discard. When you buy a card from the market, it immediately goes to your discard. And then we're going to discard the cards that we used. Now, one of the cool things about this game is when you discard these cards, you want to put them in the order that you want to get them back. There's no shuffling of your deck in this game. You just get your cards back. So we're going to draw a new hand of 5 cards. And we'll move on to the turn order deck again. Oh, so now it's a Nemesis. So we're going to draw a Nemi card. We'll take it over to the clutch cam. Over here on the clutch cam, it says unleash twice. Unleash for this boss is going to be turning these breaches twice. We can turn it back if we spend Aether. And then any player focuses their breach number 3. So that's good for us. We will have Kadir do it, I think. And then that gets discarded. And then we move on to the turn order deck again. And this time, going to be another Nemesis back to back. That happens in this game sometimes. It's something that turn order deck will allow. And then it's going to be the Chaos Orb. To discard, we have to spend 6 Ether. It's not collectively either. And then Power 3 means we have basically 3 turns for them to come up. And then it will unleash, and Greyvoll will suffer 4 damage. That's going to make a little more sense as we go. I'm sorry if I didn't explain that the best for you. So we're going to put 3 power tokens on it. And then every time the Nemesis goes again, the first thing we'll do is remove one of these before we draw a card. When all of those are gone, this card will fire off. Alrighty, so we'll move to the turn order deck. We know it's going to be Kadir twice. So Kadir's going to go. Her special is when she fires off her special, when all these are full, she spends them all. She can pick whatever mage she wants, and they can return 3 spells that are in their discard pile to their hand, and then she will be allowed to put 2 spells in each breach for that turn alone. So that's super strong as well. So she starts with 3 crystals, a spark, and the Emerald Shard. And the Emerald Shard for her isn't as quite as strong as Lash's card. It will either give her 1 life, which is not weak, but it doesn't feel as impactful, strangely enough, and it gives her 1, or it gives her 1 Aether. So on turn 1, we definitely don't need to heal. So we'll use it as an Aether. That'll give us 4. Now, first thing we're going to buy with her is the Serene Ruby. And again, as we buy cards for the first time, I'll put them up here so you kind of know what we're buying. The Serene Ruby will give you 2 Aether, and then they'll give you an additional Aether that can only be used to gain a spell. So that's a super nice card, in my opinion. Again, it goes in the discard. We put these back in the order that we want to get them back. We draw 5 cards. And we go back to the turn order deck, which we know is going to be her again. So now that she has the spark loaded up, we're going to cast that card. We don't have to, but we're going to. That'll take down the boss by 1. Only 69 more points to go. We'll pick up her deck of cards. She has 2 sparks this time and 3 crystals. So what I'm going to do with these 3 crystals, something you can do with your breaches. If you look here, see if I can zoom in on this for you again. If you look here, they have costs on them to open them up or to focus them. Focus means turn it clockwise. Right now, if she spends 3 Aether, she can open this. So we're going to do that. Now she can put both those sparks that she had in her hand in those breaches. That's super helpful. Now she's already spent this, so those go right into her discard. Flip it over. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Put them back on her mat. And we go to the turn order deck again. And the turn order card is going to be him because we stuck it on the bottom. He's going to fire off his spark spell, do 1 more damage, We're on a roll now. And then he's similar to her. We're going to do the exact same thing. We're going to spend 3 to open this one. So we can load it up with 2 sparks. Those are spent. Draw 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. And that's going to be the end of round 1. It's not a very difficult game to learn, but it is a whole lot of fun. So at the start of round 2, we got to reshuffle this turn order deck. Hopefully we can get somebody loaded up with some Aether to cancel that Chaos Orb. Unleashing's bad, obviously. Let's see. I should probably turn backwards one of those breaches. We'll see how it goes. Alrighty. Next turn order card is going to be, it's going to be 1. Kadir will get to go. She's going to fire off both of those. Do 2 more damage to the boss. Down to 66. Every little bit helps, I suppose. 2, 3. Okay. 4, 5. Now, we could do 6 right here. We could spend 6. But it would slow her growth down as far as how she's built out here. But we may not get another chance like this. So we got 2 from the Serene Ruby. We won't get the extra one. 1 from her Emerald Shard. So that's 3. And then 3 crystals. You know what? We're going to spend the 6. We're going to toss this away. That way when he goes, we don't have to worry about it. It's already dealt with. Those things can get out of hand quickly. Okay. Then she's going to draw up 5 cards. 1, 2, 3. Oh, she's only got 4 in her deck. We'll just take these, flip them back over. Take her number 5. Make sure we got 5 cards. And that's going to be her turn. Back to the turn order deck. He's going to go. He's going to cast his 2 sparks. So he can clear up it. Make an open spot for more spells if he has one. Which I do believe he should have. 1, 2, 3. We get to look at the turn order deck with that special card of his. It's going to be him. We're going to put him on the bottom again. But he does get an extra Aether because of that. See, there's that Scorch I was telling you about. We're going to load that up. So we have 5. We can take another. We can take another Scorch. I think we're gonna. I mean, I don't normally do things that way, but if it's going to work out, I think we're going to take it. So there's that. We draw another hand. 1, 2, 3, 4. Flip them over. 5. Okay, back to the turn order deck. Probably the Nemesis. Nope, back to Kadir. We're going to have a double Nemi turn next. That can get pretty ugly. 2, 3. So she's got 2 shards and 3 crystals. And for her 3 crystals, we're going to buy this fossilized scarab. And this fossilized scarab says you gain 2 Aether, or you can destroy a card in hand. If you know anything about deck building, thinning out your hand to get to your stronger cards faster is always good. And that's that card will let you do that. So we're going to put that in our discard. Put those on top. Draw a new hand again. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. And that's going to be her turn. Go to the turn order deck again. Nemesis. All right. Over to the clutch cam. And we have a Blind Enigma. It's a 7 health minion. It won't do it this turn, but every other turn now when the Nemesis goes, which he's about to do a double turn. So in a second he's about to do this. Any player will take 1 damage. And then if the Nemesis is tier 2 or higher, and you know by these little numbers down here in the bottom of the card, that player suffers 2 additional damage. So we want to get him out of there before he moves up to tier 2. So we know he's going to do it again. He's going to do 1 damage to somebody. We're going to do it to Kadir because she has the ability to heal herself. It's only 1 at a time, but 1's better than nothing. Draw another card. Over to Clutch Cam. And we have the March on Gravehold. This is his specific card. To discard, we got to lose 4 charges. That's these down here on our boards. That's a lot. It has a power of 2. So it has to go through its thing twice for this to fire off. And if Knight of Shackles, Breach 1 is open, which is going to be that up there, any player suffers 4 damage. Otherwise, he will unleash twice. So he's going to... That's one of his ramp cards, it looks like. So he's gone. And now we're going to go to Lash because we put his card on the bottom. We know that's the case. He's going to do that for 4 damage. We're going to use dice to mark these. We're going to put the 4 damage on that guy. That's pretty much all that does. And then we will pick up our hand. We have 2 spark and 3 crystals again. So we'll load up the 2 sparks. And then with the 3 crystals, we will take the scarab with this. So we can thin out our deck as well. Put that there. Draw up to 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. And then that's going to be the end of that round. Alrighty, we'll shuffle up this turn order deck. Figure out who's going next. If you have this game and you enjoy this game, drop something in the comments. Let us know what your maybe what your favorite nemesis is, or maybe your favorite mage is, or if there's a particular spell or something you particularly like. If there's an aspect about the game you really don't like. I personally like everything about this game, but not everybody feels the same way. All right, next turn order card is going to be, well, he's going to take a turn again. That's going to be 2 more damage. So 2 damage on this guy will not take him out, but it might let her take him out if her turn order card comes up next. So we're going to go here. He got his special card. That's good. So we get to look at the turn order deck at least. It is her. We're going to leave that on top this time. He's going to get 2 for that card. We have a spark we're going to load up. Then we have 2 more. So that's a total of 4. And then this Scorch. So we'll load the Scorch up. And the question is, what are we going to do with this 4 Aether? I say we go over here. We pick up this card. Primordial Fetish. Focus any player's breach or destroy this to gain 3 life. He has no way to heal himself. Plus, it'll allow him to focus players' breaches to get them opened and used. These ones over here, they do extra damage if they're open and you have spells in them. So we definitely want to get those open. So, and then we'll draw 5 cards. 1, 2, 3, 4. And we will move to the turn order deck. There we go. And that's her turn. She's going to fire off this spark. That's going to do the 7th damage to this dude. He's gone. She has 1 more spark. She's going to cast it. We're going to do 1 damage to the boss. She's going to take her cards. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So she has 5 now. She doesn't have a burst card or a scorch card, which is pretty strong. And if she actually does that, she can do this. So she's going to 2, 3, because she gets the extra one if she gets a spell. 4, 5. She will take the scorch card. She will use this to gain a health, which puts her back at 10. So it's that. So it's not a wasted card. Put these back in the order that we want. Get 5 new cards. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Go to the turn order deck. Got to be a nemesis, I would think now. Nope. Goes back to Kadir. Or Lash, rather. He's going to cast both of these off for 5 damage. We're going to do the Scorch first so it comes back faster. So that's going to be 5 damage. Takes the boss down to 58 if you aren't able to see that. And then we'll take our cards. And we have Scorch again. We also have the Scarab for 2. Okay. The Scarab for 2 and then 3 crystals. We get that's 5. For 4 we can turn this one. So for 4 we're going to turn that one. We're going to throw that in there. We'll delete a card later. We'll draw 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Okay. Here we go. Oh. Back to her turn. That's going to end up bad for us. Down to 57 on the boss. 1, 2, 3. She has a Scarab. 4. That's 5, 6. So she has 6 in hand. We never put our power on this card. Okay. And then he's going to go twice. That thing's going to fire off. There isn't anything we can do about that. So we will we're going to burn a crystal with the Scarab. And then we have 3 left. We're going to get another Scarab. And then we will put these back in our hand. Draw 5 cards. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Turn order deck's going to be the Nemi. The Nemi tosses one of these power tokens. Draws a card. Over to Clutch Cam. This is a 6 hit point minion. The Fellblade. It's specific to him. Persistent. Gravehold suffers 3 damage. With the Knight of Shackles. Focus. It's breach 2. So we don't want that going off. But guess what it's about to do? So turn order deck is going to be the Nemesis. Alright, this is going to be a bad turn for us. So this goes away. And this, if Knight of Shackles breach 1 is open, any player suffers 4 damage. Otherwise, we unleash twice. So he's going to go 1, 2, and crack this open. It says, when opened, 2 different players suffer 2 damage each. So there you go. Everybody takes 2 damage. Down to 8. Down to 8. Guess that could have been a little worse. Still not good. Move over to the Fellblade. Either Gravehold suffers 3 damage, or we make him focus his thing. So we'll take 3 damage on Gravehold. And there we go. Another round done. Both mages at 8 hit points. He's down to 57. I think we're about to break into stage 2 cards. It's about to get tougher, and I'm looking forward to seeing how that turns out. Got to get this turn order deck shuffled up. Let's see how this works out for us this time. Scorch is lined up. If we could get a couple sparks lined up first, that would be good, because then we get 2 free charges for casting that, because it would take them out. Let's see. How's this going to work? Well, he's going to go. So we can look at his cards first. Got a couple sparks. Do. Do we want to risk waiting a turn? We might want to. And not really going to cost us anything, I don't think. So we'll play this card. We'll look at the turn order card. It's the Nemesis. We're going to stick it on the bottom this time. But it only gives us 1. That will give us a second one. And then we're going to get a charge for those 2 Aether. We're going to use this to focus a breach. Let us open this. I do believe that's how that works. You know what? Just in case it isn't, we'll focus this one. You can put a spark in or a spell in a focused breach. And then these go back in my deck. 1, 2. 1, 2, 3. And then we'll go to turn order deck. Number 1. That's going to be our girl. So, she's got the Searing Ruby for a spell. That'd be 3. We can go... Ooh. Alright, so we're going to have to go... She's not going to buy a spell, so she's going to go 3. Those 2 combine. She's going to focus this, which will allow her to put this in that spot. Drop 2 sparks herself. Put these back in the order that she wants. Drop back up to 5. Need 3 more cards. 1, 2, 3. Okay. Turn order deck. Hopefully it's not the Nemi. Anything but the Nemi. Okay. So he's going to cast these 2 sparks, which will do 2 damage to him. Cast this Scorch. That'll do 4 damage to him. So that takes him out. Now, if this causes a minion from the Nemesis deck to be discarded, an ally gains 2 charges. You can be an ally to yourself. So we're going to take both of those. And then look at our hand. Okay. 1, 2, 3, 4. We're going to open this. We're going to throw Scorch in it. We're going to throw a spark there. Now we know Nemesis has got to be coming up. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Okay, let's see what's happening. It's either a double Nemi turn next or Nemi turn now. Oh, we're going to have another double Nemi turn next. Okay, so she's going to pop off 6 points of damage herself. Doing the Scorch first, so it goes on the bottom. That's going to be 6 damage. That takes him down to 51. And then she has 2 Scarabs, a Spark. We're going to put the Spark in here. She has 2 Scarabs. So we're going to take a Scarab and a Spark, or a Crystal, to open this breach. Then we're going to use that Scarab to burn this Crystal. Draw back up to our hand. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Go to the turn order deck. We know it's the Nemesis. It's only 1 left. Go over to the clutch cam so we can read it. Power 3. The Night Unending. Power 3. Gravehold suffers 2 damage for each spell prepped by the player with the most prep spells. So when this finally pops off, we're going to want to have all our spells spent. Okay. And that's still a stage 1 spell, so they must be coming still. We'll put 3 power on it this time, like we know what we're doing. And then turn order deck. It's going to be the Nemesis. Remove one of these tokens. Draw a card. Go to the clutch cam. And it says route. If Knight of Shackles breach 1 is open, it is. Gravehold suffers 6 damage. So that's pretty brutal. So that's that done. And then that'll be the end of that round. Yeah, we are doing pretty good, I think. He's already down almost 20 hit points. But he's really going to start ramping up here real soon. So we're going to have to be careful and vigilant in what we're doing. So we'll keep going at it here, trying to stay focused on our goals. Now let's see what we got here. Turn order deck is going to be our buddy. So since this is in a +1 breach, that's going to be 5 damage, 6 damage. Take him down to 45 health. And then we have our card again. It's him. We'll put him on the bottom of the deck, but since it's him, it counts as 2 Aether this time. We don't want to destroy this yet, I don't think. So we will focus a player's breach. We will focus her breach. Okay. And then we have 3 crystals. We're gonna get a scarab with it. There we go. Except we want this next to the scarab. Alright. He's going to draw 5 cards. 1, 2, 3, 4. Okay. So we know he's going last. And then she's going to go. She has 1 spark lined up. That's going to do 1 damage. And again, we don't want a bunch of stuff in here in case this thing fires off. And then she has her emerald shard. I mean, she could heal somebody else with it, I suppose. And then she can have up to 6 for a spell. How about we have her spend 2, 3, 4 for a spell. And we take, since she has all these things opened up now, we'll take that reverberating shock. It's an echo spell. I'll show it to you real quick. So the echo spell means everything on this card fires off twice. So it will deal 1 damage if it gets a plus from a breach. It also will do that twice. So it would be in a plus breach, that would be 2 damage plus 2 damage. That's a nice spell. And then she will get 2 Aether too because of the echo. So we'll put that in her deck. And then we will use that to give Lash 1 life, taking him up to 9. And then she has 2 crystals, which we will spend to get a shard. Alright, so now we will put these back in the order we want. She will draw 5 cards. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Go to the turn order deck, and it's the Nemesis. He will lose a power token. He will draw a card. We will go to the clutch cam. It's a minion with 10 health. The chain sworn. It's specific to him, so that Scorch card will give us free charges again with this guy. Knight of Shackles focuses its breach 3. Okay, that's not helpful. And then any player suffers 1 damage. And then that player suffers 1 additional damage for each open breach the Knight of Shackles has. So he has 1 open. So somebody's going to take 2 damage. And we'll make it Kadir. And then he comes onto the board. And then we move on to the turn order deck. Oh, we don't take the damage yet from that. My bad. That persistent doesn't happen until later. Nemesis deck happens now. So Gravehold will suffer 2 damage for each prep spell by the player with the most prep spells. So we don't have any. So that's helpful with that. And then now this will fire off. She will take that 2 damage. We'll draw a card for the Nemesis. Over to the clutch cam. The Obliterating Meteor to discard. You got to discard 4 cards in hand. That's easy to get rid of. Has a power of 1. He will unleash twice and then do 3 damage to Gravehold. And that's we're into the stage 2 cards. So she's going to go again. Now, easiest way to get rid of that 1 with the 1 power on it that I didn't put the power on. Is to discard 4 cards from hand. So We can do that relatively easily, I think. We will load up our Scorch there. And we're just going to discard these 4 cards. And we're going to toss this out of there because we don't need those headaches. And then we're going to draw up the 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Quick, easy turn. Move over to the turn order deck. Back to our boy Lash. All right, Lash, let's see what you got. He's going to load up a Scorch there in the plus breach. He's going to put a Spark and a Spark there. He's going to use this Focus Scarab to burn this crystal. And that's going to be his turn. He's going to draw 5 cards. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Alrighty. And sometimes the rounds go pretty quick. If you're liking the playthrough, don't forget to like and subscribe to the channel. There'll be more of them like it. Again, I really like this game. If you have a preference of mages or nemesis you want to see on the channel, let me know what that is. If you see a move that I did that you think I could have done something better, please put that down in there as well. I'd love to hear those kind of things. Alright, turn order deck. Well, going back to our boy. Alright, so he's got 10 hit points. We can do 7. Or 6, because she's also on a +1. So, or maybe just 5. So we'll do 2 to the boss. We'll do 5 to the guy. And look at our hand. Okay. We got the fetish again. Do we want to? We could. We definitely could. We're going to focus this breach. We are going to load up Scorch and Spark. And we're going to spend these 2 crystals on a charge. And that's a pretty quick, easy turn, really. Draw up the 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Turn order deck. Try to keep the game moving for you guys. Goes over to her. She's going to cast her 4. Plus the 1 is 5. It's going to take him out. He's a Knight of Shackles guy. So that gives me 2 allies. Or 2 charges to an ally. She's going to choose herself as the ally this time. She's going to take her cards. She has the reverberating shock. That's good. She has the spark. Now, she has another 4 right here. If she decides to use them for that, or she can go to 5. So what she is going to do is go straight to 5. Because that'll give her 3 towards a spell. 4, 5. We'll take the Scorch again. We'll put these back in our deck how we want them. Draw back up to 5. 1, 2, 3. 4, 5. Go to the turn order deck. And we have the Nemesis turn. All his cards are gone. Over to the clutch cam for the new card. That thing looks ugly. A minion. It's called a Venomite. It's got 9 health. The player with the lowest life suffers 2 damage, or any player discards a prep spell that costs 3 or more. I mean, he's bad, but he's not as bad as I thought he was going to be by the looks of him. Okay, that's a quick turn for the Nemesis. Oh, they're going to go again. So now, somebody either takes 2 damage, or discards a spell. We're not discarding any spells. So, Lash is going to take 2 damage. Then we'll draw a card for the Nemi. Clutch Cam says it's called Smite. He's going to unleash twice. 1, 2. And Gravehold suffers 2 damage. So, we will toss away that card. Gravehold is starting to take some damage, it looks like, down to 19 out of 30. Okay. And it comes back to the turn order deck. Alright, so he can do 6 damage to this thing. Yeah, I think that's what he's going to do. So he's going to, that's going to be 5. That's going to be 6. Gonna look at his hand here. He's got his special card. That's her. That's going to be 2. That would be 5. That would be 7. We're going to take this one, I think. Thought about filling up my charges. I think I'm going to go this route this time. Pattern Strike. It deals 4 damage. You may return to your hand up to 2 cards in your discard pile that cost 0. That could be crystals. That could be sparks, which is generally what I think I would do with it. Or at least what I intend to do with it. So, and then we'll put these back in the order we want. See, his deck's getting a little thick. I don't like that. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. We're going to have to start thinning that out. It's going to be Kadir. She's going to do, so, going to do 1 damage to this bad guy. And then this Echo does it twice. So she's going to deal 1 damage plus 1 damage, which is 2 damage. Going to take this guy out. Then she's going to do it again. It's going to be 2 points on the boss. And it will generate 2 Aether that she can only be used to generate, to get cards with. So if we did that, we could get 2, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9 cost worth of cards. I don't know if we want to do that, but I don't know that we don't want to do that. So what we're going to do actually, since it's 9, 2 from the spell, 4, 6, 9, we're going to take a Scorch and another Reverberating Shock. That's a total of 9. We'll put these back. And then we'll start burning cards with the scarabs when they come back around. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. But now her deck is full of punch you in the face, which I like to see. And there's another round gone already. Okay. So he's down to 40 now. We didn't make as much progress on the health as I would have liked. But I think we're in a better position overall. She's almost got 4 breaches open. He's got 3 breaches open. Gravehold's looking a little rough. I don't think we have a reliable way of healing Gravehold, but we'll have to keep an eye on that. I mean, we can give it 10 more hit points with the 1 card, or 5 more hit points with the 1 card, but I'm not sure that'll save Gravehold. I think we just need to start swinging for the fence. And we're going to have to get this next round going. And again, I want to thank everybody for hanging out and watching the videos. So here we go. She gets to go. She has the Syrian Ruby. Oh, she has a Scorch. And 2 Sparks. Okay. Well, that's very interesting. So she's going to play 2 Scorches for sure. Throw a Spark down in there. She can gain 2, which she will for a charge. And that'll be her turn. Okay. She's going to draw back up to 5. She already got 1 in hand. So that's 3, 4, 5. And here we go. Well, she gets to go again. Not sure I like that at all. So that's 5, 4, and 1. It's going to be 10 on the boss. That's a big punch. And then, do we have enough? We do not. Okay. So, she is going to place these spells out like so. She's going to spend those for another charge. And then she's going to spend these charges. And that lets her, that player may return up to 3 spells in their discard pile to their hand. And then, 1, 2, oh man. That player may prep 2 spells to each of their open breaches. Yeah, we're definitely doing that. 1, 2, 3. Oh, that's going to sting when her turn comes around again. Won't be for a while, but when it does, I'm going to drop the 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Hopefully she lives that long. And let's see what happens. Nemesis. Draw the card. Chaos Flail. 2 discard. We got to spend 7 Aether. Power of 2. Unleash twice. Any player places their discard pile on top of their deck and shuffles it. Shuffling in this game can go very badly. Then that player reveals the top 2 cards of their deck and destroys the most expensive card revealed. Whoo, that's got some sting on it. Let's put a couple power tokens on it this time. Okay. Go to the turn order deck. Oh, it's the Nemesis again. There goes a power token. It's going to be a double up turn, it looks like. And then we have a Null Scion. He's 11 HP minion. He's just going to unleash when it comes around to him. Which, still not good. But at least now we know last year is going to go twice. So he's going to spend the Primordial Fetish to focus this breach. After this, he'll be burning it for life. Scorch, Spark, 2. That gives me a charge. Then I'm going to spend these charges. I'll take a damage. And put my turn order card back in the turn order deck. I know they're both his, so I'm not even going to shuffle them. And then we are going to put these back in the order that we want. This can go first. Drop the 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So he's going to take 3 turns in a row overall. That's going to be nasty. Hopefully it works out like I think it will. Okay. Now, he's going to do 5 damage. He's going to do 2 more damage. We're actually going to put the 7th damage right here. And then we're going to look at these. We got Pattern Strike. So that's going to be 5 damage. And I'll take out that guy. That'll go there. That'll go there. We have 2 crystals. We'll get a charge. That'll be that turn. Okay. Turn order card. Of course, it's him. The Pattern Strike. Deal 4 damage. +1. That's going to be 5. That'll take him out. And then you may return to your hand up to 2 cards in your discard pile. That cost is 0. Do I want to? I don't know. You know what? I will. I'll take these 2 crystals. And then this goes here. Okay, had to go back and look real quick. I never took my actual hand of cards. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Plus the 2 I got back. Scorch is going to be 4 damage. 5 damage. So it takes him down to 24. Now, we have 1, 2, 3. We're going to open this breach. 1, 2. This quartz ain't going to do anything. So what we'll do is we'll burn a crystal with that scarab. And then we'll use these two to get another charge. Put them back in the order that we want. Draw up the 5 cards. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Glad we got that sorted. Great thing about videos, you can go back and look. And that's going to be another round. Yeah, once you get to know this game, you can get through it pretty quick. And when you don't make mistakes, it's even quicker. But I think it's very fun. So I highly recommend it. I don't think I'd buy all the cycles that I've bought over the years because I think it's just too many. But nonetheless, I think it's a great game. And if you have it all and you use it all, I'm sure you enjoy it all. So here we go. Turn order deck. Wow. 4 turns in a row for my man. All right. Okay. He's going to plop that there. He's going to burn the fetish for 3 life. So he's going to go back up to 9 health. And then he's got 2 sparks and a scarab, which he will use for a charge. He will draw 5 cards. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. That scarab didn't come out at the right time. And then we'll look at the turn order deck. Nemesis. Okay, this goes away. This will fire off. Just to remind you what it is. He's going to unleash twice. That's going to open this breach. And it says, when open, Gravehold suffers 7 damage. That's bad. That's the wrong breach. So, must have lined these up incorrectly. Apologies. We'll get that fixed. When opened, place the most recently discarded minion in the Nemesis discard pile back into play. That's bad. That'll bring that Scion back out. And then any player places their discard pile on top of their deck and shuffles it. Okay, we'll put this on here. Give it a quick shuffle. Then that player reveals the top 2 cards of their deck and destroys the most expensive card. Hopefully we get 2 crystals. I don't think it's likely, but we'll see what happens. Well, there you go. And I'll get rid of the 1 crystal. And I will take that all day. Thanks for helping me out. And then we will draw a card for the Nemesis. And this says to discard. Discard 3 prepped spells. It's got a power of 2. And a bunch of bad things happen to us if we don't do that. We don't want that to happen. So we got to discard 3 prep spells to get rid of it. I don't see anybody doing that anytime soon, but you never know. Okay. Turn order. She's going to go. We'll see what she's got in her hand here. She's got a lot of punch somebody in the face. So, oh yeah, she's super loaded. Oh yeah, I forgot all about this. So she's going to scorch. We'll start this at this end. She's going to scorch for 4. Really? That's interesting. She's going to discard 3 sparks. And since those are prepped spells, this Engines of War will go away. Okay. And only save the boss 3 damage. And then we're going to deal 5 damage with this to this guy. So now he's up to 10. Or up to 9, rather. This will pop off 2 more, kills him. Reverberates, does 2 more damage. And wasn't the punch to the boss that I wanted, but she definitely cleared out some trouble with that. Holy cow. We'll look at her deck. She is going to use a scarab to burn this crystal. She's going to use that scarab to get a charge. And then she's going to put these in breaches. Should probably swap. No, it don't matter. Swap. Just leave those there. Drop the 5 cards. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Turn order deck. Nemesis. Nope. That's going to be her again. So that's going to be 5 damage. 6, 7 damage. He's down to 15 health. That's very nice. She'll look at her cards here. And she has a bunch of Aether in her hand. Okay, so she's got a total of 5, 6, or 7. So she's going to take 6, I think. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. She's going to take that spell because why not? And she's going to use the Emerald Shard to gain a life. Take her up to 7. That's pretty sweet. And then we'll put these in the order that we want. She'll draw back up to 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. And that's really not that surprising considering how many spells she had stacked up in her breeches. So she's probably all about flushed out. And then turn order deck is going to be Nemi. Nope. Okay. So we have 5, 6, 7, 8 damage. We're going to do it because got to do it. That takes us down to 7 hit points. It's looking pretty good for us at this point, honestly. We get to look at the turn order deck. We know it's the Nemi. That's 1 point. We'll use the Scarab to toss the Spark. Scorch. Pattern Strike. Put these back in the order that we want. Draw 5. 1, 2, 3, 4. 5. Turn order deck is the Nemesis. We're up to level 3 now, stage 3 now. The Doom Aegis. That sounds bad. Got to spend 7 Aether to get rid of it. Has 1 power on it. Unleash. A player with the most charges suffers 4 damage and loses all their charges. Yeah, that sounds bad. Okay. Yeah, this playthrough's gone pretty well, I'd say. I don't think it can stop us at this point. I think we got this one pretty well. And watch this. I'll take 4 cards, get smoked, we'll all be dead. So, see how this goes. Turn order deck. It's going to be him. So that's going to be 5. And 5, that's 10. And he is toast. Just like that. And that is a playthrough of Aeons End with Kadir and Lash versus the Knight of Shackles. The Knight of Shackles is a 4 difficulty. Maybe I'll play a tougher one next time. I want to thank everybody for watching the video and hanging out again. And I appreciate all of you. Please like and subscribe. And you have a great day.